to help someone to overcome where they're at, you first need to ask them, actually, where are you in regards to where you want to be right now. So if I was to say what might be, let's use an example of what might be your greatest fear about you succeeding in your business, and if I was to ask you that question, what would your response be?
Having too much money.
Having too much money, okay.
Like the relationship.
So then I would, that's a great extra response. So then I would ask you, what is your relationship with money and having too much, and what is too much? I say that's a great response too. So without an answer, what it does is it helps you to think about what it is that you're saying. So when I'm giving you that information back, the encoding in your mind is starting to create maybe some pictures or sounds or feelings, and then you're starting to possibly capture what happens in your mind when you're actually saying these things. So that would be my question, just simply to, so what is your relationship, or how do you relate, and what is too much?
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happens for you when I ask you that question.
Like fear comes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how you do fear is thinking about having too much money.
Yeah.
So how do you really do that? What happens in the screen of your mind to bring up that fear? Is it something that you see? Is it something that you say to yourself? Or is it that feeling, that internal, that feeling inside?
It's an internal feeling, and it's, something that I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can use a different part of your mind to imagine changing that feeling just for a second, just consider, I'm not asking you to do it, I don't want you to do it, I just want you to consider the possibility of you changing your thoughts about having money.
Okay.
What happened?
Happiness.
Okay, so how did that actually happen?
Changed my way of thinking. I
So-
just put myself in a different scenario.
Okay.
As to how the scenario I was initially in has changed.
And how has it changed?
So the scenario I was in is that I have a fear of succeeding, because then that means people actually know who I am.
Right.
And that means I put myself out there. But then on the flip side, I now see money as a really good thing.
Right.
Because it allows me to look after my family, it allows me to look after my parents, it gives me freedom.
So it sounds like there's a part of you that's scared and a part of you that really wants to achieve it.
Yeah, I feel like my mind's in two spaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think the positive part of that part of you that had the fear, what do you think the positive part of that's all about?
Comfort zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do you think is important about having that comfort zone?
Learning to step outside of it and trying to picture what it would be like outside of it.
So if you did that and you stepped outside of it, what would it look like?
Something incredible.
Would it look like something that's similar to the other part of you?
No.
You know, that other part that you want to have happen, to be out there to...
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case for you, then it sounds like that both of the parts have a common theme.
Yeah.
That they, and maybe just imagine even using your yoga training.
Yeah.
Bringing the parts of you now
Well, that's how I started it.
that were maybe part of the greater whole once before,
Yeah.
that can come together now to work together.
Yeah.
And if you could do that and just imagine those parts coming together and reconnecting as part of a whole, mind, body and spirit, what do you think would happen for you?
I would definitely step outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I would explore. I would explore outside.
And what do you think would happen for you when you were exploring it?
I feel like things would come up, like overwhelm, self-doubt, but also growth and personal development. And I think that I could learn from the self-doubt and learn from that.
So once again, stepping outside of that comfort zone,
Yeah.
a similar experience of learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Always learning.
Always learning. So
Always learning.
So is it, well, what's your thoughts now, just in examining just some processes in your mind, or what's your understanding now?
Why not, you know, like, why not me?
So why not you? So what would your answer be?
Just do it. Go outside of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Can you just allow yourself, or even give yourself permission just to do that?
Yes.
And what happens next?
Action.
And what action would that be?
I've got my actions listed from today.
Okay, so now that you have your action plan and you're outside of that comfort zone, how's that feeling that you previously had inside?
I still get overwhelmed.
Okay.
But
How do you know that it's overwhelmed?
fear. Well, not fear, but like my stomach drops.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an internal feeling. It's like, wow, you know,
So is it fear or is it wow and excitement?
bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.